Imagine losing everything, your power, your freedom, even your future. Would you give in to despair, or would you search for meaning? This was the reality for Boethius, a Roman philosopher who went from high office to a prison cell, facing death. But instead of giving in, he found something extraordinary, wisdom that has lasted for centuries. His lesson: true happiness isn't found in fortune, it's found within us. Boethius wasn't just any philosopher. He was a high-ranking Roman official, respected for his intellect and influence. Born into a noble family, he mastered Greek and Latin, translating Aristotle's works, shaping the minds of future generations. But despite his brilliance, fate had other plans. Accused of treason, betrayed by those he once trusted, he was arrested. His fortune vanished, his friends turned away, and he found himself in a dark prison cell, waiting for execution. Sitting in prison, Boethius had every reason to curse his fate, but instead of drowning in misery, he did something incredible. He wrote the Consolation of Philosophy, a dialogue between himself and Lady Philosophy. In it, he asks the hardest questions. Why do bad things happen to good people? Is life just random chance? What is true happiness? Boethius compared life to a spinning wheel. One moment you're at the top, wealthy, powerful, successful. The next, you're crushed beneath it. He realized that things like money, power, and status are illusions of happiness because they can vanish in an instant. But what can't be taken away? Your wisdom, your virtue, your inner peace. That's real happiness. Even as he faced death, Boethius refused to be bitter. He saw misfortune as a test, not of his luck but of his character. He argued that suffering can't destroy a person who builds happiness on things that last: wisdom, kindness, and perspective. It was a radical idea, and centuries later, thinkers like Dante and Chaucer would be inspired by his words. Boethius' lesson is more relevant than ever. We chase success, wealth, and approval, only to feel lost when things don't go our way. But ask yourself, if everything was taken from you tomorrow, what would still be yours? Your knowledge, your resilience, your inner strength. That's what Boethius teaches us to focus on. Because in the end, true fortune isn't about what we have, it's about how we think. Boethius turned despair into wisdom. What about you? Next time you face a setback, ask yourself, is my happiness tied to things outside my control? Or can I find something deeper within me? Because when the wheel of fortune turns, the only thing that stays with you is your mindset.